Hi, my name is Adnan Malik and I'm from Pakistan. So, the question is, how would you describe pandemic COVID 19? It is a global health crisis which is uh, creating fear and uncertainty in the entire globe, and so far we are unable to cope with it. What do you feel when you hear coronavirus? Two factors are the most dominant factors that I have felt in this period, in this lockdown and staying at home period. One is obviously I am fearful of what we heard from the news, people dying, economic conditions, and business is going down and everything, joblessness, and obviously the poor people not being able to earn their livelihood. What do you know about the origin of COVID 19? So far, what we have heard from the news, the origin is origin country is China, and the reason is Chinese people eating some bats which contains the virus, and then it's transmitted to the human, and from then it spread to the entire world. What do you believe about the source of COVID 19? Is it human made or natural? I personally believe it's a natural virus, but I also believe that uh, there must be an direct or indirect, intentional or unintentional contribution of humans towards this virus, but I don't know about that. It's just a gut feeling. If a human made, what you believe about the source of COVID 19, either China or the US or any other country? I don't think that it's China or it's USA, and the conspiracy theories going back and forth. It's the media which is creating this illusion, and I believe there are some interior motives, and which obviously not linked to the current crisis, but for economic and social and uh, diplomatic and other factors. But I don't think it's China or USA which is creating this intentionally or whatever. Do you believe it is the Chinese virus as said by the US president? I strongly disagree with the United States president. For the office he hold, it was a very, what should I say, immature statement to say. If he had proof, he would have gone with it, but just blaming a country who was struck hard initially and was the only country who was actually struck, and the loss it has to bear economic terms. I don't believe that China would have wanted to do so as their own, and it is actually a mockery of the situation which the entire world is in right now. Who is responsible for COVID 19 in your country? Who is to blame? Uh, Judging by how the pandemic has its footprints in the entire world, how it spread, and then in comparison to Pakistan, I personally don't blame anyone, any leader in the entire world for the situation we are in, but that only stays at the initial month or two statement. But from now on, if governments are unable to contain this, I think there should be we should call names on. But in the start, I don't want to blame anyone. I know, look, we are from Pakistan, and from the limited resources that this country have, and the lack of awareness and social factors, and also the fact that we had very little knowledge in the February or March. So I believe the government have done enough, not 100%, but with their resources and with the information that they had, and with little preparedness or with little or no preparedness, I think I don't want to blame anyone in my country. What do you feel when you hear deaths, lockdown, poor economic condition, unemployment due to COVID-19? It's frustrating, it's terrific, it's terrifying, and it's a sense of fear and uncertainty, I must say again, and it's heart wrenching, especially sitting at home doing nothing. You are continuously reminding your mind that why are you sitting at home, why is this situation uh, happening, and the most important question is how long it will take to contain the situation, and what will be the future post COVID-19. These are the questions which uh, make make me anxious and fearful and full of worry, I say. Do you believe China has managed the situation very well, and this spread of COVID-19 worldwide is not because of China's mismanagement? I think China has done their part. They have contained the situation very well, and the results obviously uh, shows that. And about mismanagement, I think it was early stages of the coronavirus in respect to the world, and the world was not actually paying that attention which China has paid on time, and uh, there is little I would make responsible China for any kind of mismanagement. How would you define animosity? Animosity is like hard feelings of dislikeness towards someone or something. How would you describe pandemic animosity? This pandemic and the media coverage and the global news outlets, and the point that that the people are stuck at their home, they can't do what they used to do in their daily lives, and they have no training, no prior experience to stay at home for that long. It should definitely create, among other factors like fear and uncertainty, it would also create enormity, uh, partly, firstly, to your own government, I must say, and then the media outlets come in, international media outlets come in, they do make people's mind that either it's because of China or it's because of America, or there is like some kind of hidden agenda, and we the common people are just uh, serving to the lords of the world, and this should create enormity in this pandemic. Is the situation of pandemic COVID-19 creating any enormity feeling in you? Uh, no, I don't feel any enormity towards any country or any person or anything for that matter. If yes, toward which country? None. Thank you so much.